Hello YouTube, it's Maddie the Empty Nest Scrapper. I'm so glad you dropped by. If you're returning, I'm really glad you came back. And if you're new, I hope you enjoyed this video. Today is a little bit of an organization video regarding things I recently brought into my craft room. A couple of those things were new dies. And this little happy birthday die is something I recently brought in and shared on a different video. And what I like to do to keep my inventory in check is create a little sample and put it in a little inventory book. And I did share that on a different video. Once that is done, I adhere it to a sheet. And this one I just added on to a sheet that I had already had some dies on. And I just squeezed it right on in. Then what I did was go to my little basket where I keep my dies. And I found the corresponding sleeve where these dies are kept, and so I plan to add that brand new happy birthday die into the sleeve with the other dies that are in there. And then when I'm looking through and I am looking to find a die that I want to add to a card or add to a scrapbook page, I will know that they are all going to be on a page that corresponds to my inventory binder. So I just add it to the little magnetic sheet, slide it back in, and it's going to be ready to add to my basket. So I'm going to put that aside. And what I want to do with you today is the rest of the dies that I brought in, I did cut out. As you can see, this one took a little bit of time because they're dies with shadows, and I do love a die with a shadow. So the dies with the shadows, I put on white cardstock. I had this one, which is a beautiful large die. And this page was already started, and I thought it was a good place to add a bunch more dies. And then all of my new dies will be in this inventory binder. So what I like to do is cut them out and put them through the little xyron machine. If you haven't seen one before, I'm sure most of you have. But this is the little xyron that I keep in my room. I just love it. Use it for a multitude of things. And pull it out for lots of different organization tasks. So I put it through, and now they are all stickers. And what I will do is just break them apart and see where they will fit easily on this page. And then these die cuts will also all be represented in my inventory binder. So as you can see, it's going to be a little squeezy, and I may have to put them askew. But for me, that is not a problem, because this is just different pages of samples of my dies, and it doesn't have to be seen by anyone except me. Well, and of course you, if you're watching right now. But it's not going to be a problem for me to figure out if I want to use the die, even if it's represented sideways or a little bit askew. So I'm just now adhering all of these to my page. And last little die I'm going to put on its side. And now it's ready to slide in. And everything is well represented in my inventory binder for all of the new dies that I brought into my room. This is something that I do take time with, and I do try to keep up with, because it really helps me when I'm looking to see what's going to work with my project. And it's also very useful to me when I am looking to see what I already have in my stash. Because the last thing any crafter wants to do is buy the same thing twice. And trust me, I've done it. And it doesn't make me happy. So it's the opposite of what we want to do in our craft room. So now I have the corresponding dies that I put in my binder. And what I'm going to do is just pull out the magnetic sheet where I have the Big Hugs die held, because that's where these dies found a home in my inventory binder. So if I keep it on the same page, when I find what I want to use inside my inventory binder, then I will know really where to look for it when I look through the basket that I keep my dies in. So just gonna see where these guys will fit. Hopefully they will all fit on this page, and if not, we'll figure something else out. Either way, the main thing is we want to keep track of what we own, and we want to keep track of where we keep what we own, because I have certainly been in a position where I knew I had something and I really wanted to use it, and I couldn't find it. So I came up with inventory binders and corresponding pockets to help me with that problem, and it really is a big help. So now these new dies are ready to put away, and these new dies are ready to put away. This system works for me, and I encourage you to try it if you are having trouble either keeping your spending in check or remembering what it is you have in your stash. So I know a lot of people like to keep things separately, put a label, and organize by company. And, you know, whatever works best for you. For me, this works well. I just go right to my little basket. I go to the back where I keep my dies, slide them on in. At this point, I don't have so many that I can just leaf through this small bit. If there comes a time where I have so many and I need to put them in sections, organize them by categories, then I'll let you know I have some extra dividers already made up. And if I have to cross that bridge, I do. Here you can see that I still have to change the label. It just says stamps, and this little basket shares stamps and dies. So I always have to remember to keep up with my program. I know exactly where my dies are right now because I've been collecting them and putting them away. I know where they are. But I will get to changing that label. Everything gets a time, and I will get to it as soon as I can get to it. But for now, I'm satisfied that I created my samples, put them in my binder, and then used the corresponding basket. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it helps you with some ideas on how to organize your crafty things and how to really address things as they come into your room, because for me, that's the key. I don't want to collect things, have them build up, and now they're all over the place. Keeping a system for the things in my room has helped me with my crafting, helped me with my spending, and helped me with my sanity. So with that, I'm going to say, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment below, give a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new and enjoyed this video. Above all, everybody, as always, stay safe. Bye-bye, YouTube.